amigos, eso sí. You see this beat-up cardboard box? Well, it was a total pain in the butt to travel with. But in this instance, it was necessary. I guess that's safe. Let's do it. In this box is my bike, and it would be my sole form of transportation across the island.
Oh, baby. Here we go.
I had originally wanted to buy a local bike, but all the research I did said that nice bikes are almost impossible to find, and they really only have cheap Chinese bikes, and I wasn't about to ride a junker across the island. This actually wasn't even my bike. A nice woman named Margaret gave it to me for this trip. I'll tell you why later. It's pretty cool. For now, it's time to share the story of one of the best adventures of my entire life. It's my first day in Cuba, and there's a rainbow in the sky. That's a sign of good luck if I've ever seen one. Santiago de Cuba, here I am. My first impressions of Cuba were, wow, this place is colorful, and the people are really outgoing. I've spent a lot of time in Latin America, and I naively thought that Cuba would be pretty similar to what I've experienced in other countries, but it was completely different. There was something really alive here, and I immediately connected with it. Sí, ¿qué tal, amigo?
Todo bien, aquí en Cuba.
Hello there. I've got my bike. I've got my body. It's time to ride across Cuba.
So this isn't going to be a day-by-day rundown of my journey detailing mileage or my exact route. That would be boring. Here's the main thing you may want to know. I rode from the far eastern side of the island to Havana, about 850 miles. Buenos dias! Hola amigos! I'm actually here! I can't believe it! From here on out, this is pretty much a love letter to Cuba. First observation, this is a major highway, but there's no cars. Perfect for riding a bike. It's really quiet out here. Other than getting to Havana for my flight home, I had no set itinerary. 20 days to do whatever I wanted. It was a very liberating feeling to be back on my bike, riding for the simple joy of riding. I call it life at 15 miles an hour, and it's the perfect speed to explore a new country. Sometimes in moments like this, it's good to suffer. It's the good kind of suffer, where it just gets your whole body and mind thinking at the same time. And I'm not on my phone, I'm not distracted by my computer. And then you get to the top of a hill, and life is good. And you go downhill! The landscapes were certainly beautiful, and I was psyched to be ditching winter back home in Colorado, but it was the people that really made a lasting impact on me. Every single day I made new friends. Every single day I stayed in a new home with new hosts, and they were all incredibly friendly. Cuban families rent out rooms to supplement their meager incomes. They charge about $20 a night, and it usually comes with a yummy home-cooked meal. I'm balancing the camera on a glass of water. I'm really excited about this food, rice and beans. It's all I need, really. I really loved mealtime. Not just because I was constantly starving from burning so many calories, but because it gave me a chance to hang out with my host and be part of the family for a brief moment. Viva Cuba! It's raining a little bit, can you tell?
Whoa, lightning.
We're gonna hear some thunder here soon. Woo! It's amazing how quickly you get soaking wet here in Cuba.
No sabe estar, no sabe que mañana es jueves.
loving life.
Huele tan mal que todo parece mentira. Vamos tú y yo, sin rumbo y sin capitán.
I didn't expect to see this in Cuba. Check it out. Surprisingly, I did meet a handful of Cubans on nice bikes. It was always a bit of a shock and totally out of place to see a dude roll up in spandex on an expensive road bike. In all of these instances, the bikes were given to them by outside friends. It's really the only way. One guy in particular, Yutong, was my favorite.
Hey, aquí estoy con mi nuevo amigo. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien.
Miguel Indurain.
Oh, Miguel Indurain. He doesn't have much in the way of material possessions, but he has a nice bike and it's everything to him. Transportation, exercise, and the best way to stay fit. He proudly said that he was soon to turn 50, and he felt really young, all because of his bike.
Yo no sabía que andaba con un campeón.
Every day, I fell more and more in love with Cuba. I travel a lot, and I've experienced some pretty beautiful places and beautiful people, but Cuba is different. I really felt comfortable. It almost felt like everyone on the island was waiting for me to arrive and greet me with huge smiles and open hearts. I didn't have one bad day and definitely never felt in danger, and I attribute that to the people.
Bien, a la estación, al pueblo donde iré. Te paso un telegrama pa' que sepa mi destino.
There's not a whole lot better in life than moments like this, watching the sunset, eating street pizza, and listening to dogs bark in a small fishing village. My goal all along was to come to Cuba, have the time of my life pedaling across the country, and at the end of it all, give the bike away. Now obviously anybody would benefit from an awesome bike, but I wanted to find somebody who really needed it. A guy kind of like Yutong. As I got closer to Havana, I began to think of who this person would be and how I would find them. I had in my possession an object that was about to change someone's life, and that was a pretty cool feeling. After a few days of wandering around Havana, resting my sore legs and eating endless ice cream cones, I found my guy.
Amigo, ¿qué tal? La nueva bici tuya!
He's a gym teacher, a runner, and although I only talked to him for a few minutes, I know that he'll put this bike to good use.
¿Para qué vas a usar la bici?
Para trabajar.
Así es.
Para ir de mi casa al trabajo.
Excelente.
That bike was indestructible. It got me through rainstorms, up and down mountains, and most of all, it connected me with Cuba in a way that only a bike can. I can only hope that it does the same for him. Hey there, thanks for watching my little film. If you like bikes, check out these films. I promise you'll like them. Yeah, a lot. And subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click right here.